Welcome back to Charlie's Survival. If your phone did this, would you know what to do next? Most people freeze. Today, I'm showing you how I stay ready, what's hidden in my house, what rolls in the Freelander, and what waits in the grab and go bag. So when the next alert hits, flood, wildflower, cyber blackout, chemical leak, or war, it's routine, not panic. That blast of sound you heard, it's not spam and it's definitely not your mate winding you up. It's the brand new UK emergency alert system baked right into almost every phone sold in the last few years. No downloads, no subscriptions, no sneaky fees. Whenever something properly dangerous is heading your way, think flash floods, big industrial fires, a terror incident, your nearest 4G or 5G tower hijacks the signal for a moment, cranks your speakers to the max, and lets rip with a 10-second siren. At the same time, a message pops up explaining what's going on and what you should do next. And yes, it goes off if your phone's on silent. Yes, it will yank you straight out of that late night TikTok rabbit hole. That's the whole point. Grab your attention first, apologize to your eardrums later. Why they're blasting the test at us now? The tech crew wants to know that every 4G and 5G mouse from London to Land's End can holler at our phones. Second, behavior. The government wants to see what we actually do. Do we read the pop-up, click for details, or just mutter and shove the phone in a pocket? Third, familiarity. Hear the siren once in peacetime, freak out less when it's the real deal. But remember, that alert won't hand you a torch, won't pour you clean water, won't refill granddad's heart pills. Everything that happens after the beep, that part is still on us. So let's be ready before the next one hits. Why this actually matters. Last week, the news yelled phones across Britain to blare a 10-second siren. So if your phone's up to date, whether it's the newest iPhone or your mum's battle-scarred Android, it's going to scream at full volume. It's a clever bit of kit, but here's the thing, the wrist doesn't melt away when that noise stops. Downing Street isn't about to parachute Earl Grey power banks and digestive biscuits through your skylight. Here's some interesting facts. 67% of us keep less than 2 days worth of food in the house. 35% of us don't even own a working torch. And if your handset is older than iOS 14.5 or Android 10, the alert may never even reach you. So if you're prepared, you will not only have better peace of mind, but you won't be waiting for hours outside a supermarket to find that there's no food left. The 3-layer game plan. Picture the winning Victoria sponge at the Village Fair. Fluffy layer, jam, fluffy layer, jam, then a top layer, no soggy bottom. Preparedness works in the same way, 3 simple tiers. Layer 1, the home kit, your 72-hour fortress of comfort, lights, food, first aid, and an all-important kettle. Layer 2, the car kit, lives in the boot, turns a broken down B-road or flood-blocked motorway into a mildly spicy roadside campout instead of a disaster. Layer 3, the go bag, lives near the front door, grab it, sling it, and you're out the door in 60 seconds flat. Lock these 3 layers in place and even a plague of zombie hedgehogs becomes background noise. Building the home kit. Light and power. Candles look charming in Downton Abbey. They also spark around 3,000 house fires a year. Trade them for a wind-up LED torch. Add a rechargeable headlamp so both hands stay free. Drop in a 20,000 milliamp power bank big enough to charge your phone all weekend. Set a calendar reminder for the first of every month, same day the rent leaves, to top everything up. If you live off-grid or camp a lot and have a hand-sized solar panel, clip that on for bonus juice. When the Wi-Fi fails, you still need news. Keep a wind-up radio tuned to BBC Radio 4 or your closest station. You can even find wind-up torches with a radio built in. Print a 1-pager of emergency numbers, doctor, vet, gas, water, and tape it inside the cupboard door. You can also download ordnance survey maps for your county, no signal, no problem. Officials advise 6 litres per person for 3 days. If you own a thirsty Labrador, stash 10 litres. You can also freeze 2 bottles. They keep the freezer cold in a blackout, then thaw into drinking water later. Aim for 3 shelf-stable meals a day. Tin sardines, beans, chunky soups, porridge oats and powdered milk, chocolate for morale, energy bars for turbo morale. Write each expiry date on the lid with a Sharpie. Oldest can lives at the front. Every 6 months, declare a use up the beans chili night, then restock. Heat and cooking. Pocket-sized spirit stove, 1 litre of bioethanol, stainless pot and collapsible kettle. Fire it up and open a window. Carbon monoxide is no joke. Keep a 100% wool blanket folded nearby. It doubles as a fire blanket if dinner gets dramatic. That's the home kit. Light, news, water, food, heat, plus a few morale boosters so you don't feel like you're living in a bunker. First aid and paperwork. Plasters for cuts and scrapes, a small tube of antiseptic gel, a tourniquet only if you've learned how to use it. Simple meds, painkillers, antihistamines, a couple of electrolyte sachets, spare spectacles or old reading glasses in case yours break. Next, paperwork. Photocopy passports, insurance, pet microchip details, laminate them, pop them in a Ziploc bag. Add a USB stick with encrypted scans for good measure. Remember, paper never crashes and never needs a charge. The price tag's smaller than you think. Half of my kit comes from car boot sales. I managed to pick up a whole tent for free. I've got videos on my channel if you want to check them out of me surviving just on car boot sale items. I highly recommend watching them, they're pretty fun and you'll get an insight into just what you can find. Recovery. Folding shovel digs you out of snowy banks and muddy ruts. 3-meter tow strap plus 2 heavy bow shackles for when you or a stranger needs a tug. Visibility and safety. High-vis vest, be seen before you're rescued. 4 glow sticks, 2 green, 2 red. They're instant and they don't need batteries. A couple of road flares for real, please stop now emergencies. Rechargeable amber beacon, magnetic, slap it on the roof and you'll light up the night. Warmth and shelter. Thick wool blanket, foil bivy bag, spare beanie, gloves and socks, a pair of pocket hand warmers for fingers that stop cooperating, tools, a good pair of pliers, an adjustable spanner, tire plug kit for nail punchers, roll of duct tape, spare fuses, a fistful of cable ties, all the bodge you need until the garage is open. Power and comms. 12-volt inverter turns your 12V socket into a laptop or camera charger. Cables, USB-C, lightning, micro USB because passengers never bring the right lead. Pay-as-you-go burner phone with a tenner topped up. Paper list of family numbers. Remember, SIM cards die, but paper never does. Sustenance. 2 liters of water in metal bottles because they won't split if they freeze. 1 liter of sports drink for electrolytes. 3 protein bars. A fistful of instant coffee sachets or matcha. Some mints, they're proven to cure backseat mutiny. Miscellaneous. Pack of biodegradable wipes. Roll of dog bags, they can be emergency rubbish bags. Deck of cards. Tiny notebook and pencil, still works after the phone battery taps out. Every winter, storms shut down 60 UK roads. Snow blocks the A9 like it's tradition, but with this setup, a bleak lay-by becomes a pop-up gentleman's club minus the whiskey steward and the mahogany paneling. The go bag, your 60-second escape plan. 22-litre day pack, about 7 kilos, boots to zips. It lives near the front door like an eager spaniel. If something happens, you can just grab it and go. Water and purification. 1 litre stainless steel bottle, safe to shove straight onto a fire. A straw filter turns muddy puddles into drinking water. Water tablets as a last resort if the filter fails or you can't boil water. Shelter and warmth. 3x3 meter ripstop tarp. It can be a roof, a shelter, stretcher, ground sheet, you name it. 10 meters of power cord plus 8 aluminum pegs. You can pitch it anywhere. Bright orange bivvy, emergency sleeping bag and giant signal flag. Lightweight puffer in a dry sack. It's warm and the size for a loaf of bread. £2 ponchos weigh nothing. They feel like a hug in sideways rain. Fire and light. The trusty ferro rod. It sparks forever even when wet. 2 Bic lighters in separate pockets because redundancy is king. Mint tin with 3 tea lights. They can be hand warmers, mini lanterns, wax fire starters. Dinky hand crank torch because batteries mock you when you need them most. Navigation and comms. OS Explorer map because paper never loses signal. A navigation compass because it's reliable in blizzards and brain fog. A handheld radio, listen to rain at volunteers or local chatter. Rescue whistle, they're extremely cheap and 3 sharp blows is the SOS signal in pretty much the entire world. Slim 5000 milliamp battery pack, it's about 1 whole phone charger power. Medical. A first aid kit with things like compressed trauma dressing, chest seal, blister plasters, painkiller, rehydration salts, antihistamines, small tube of burn gel because camp stoves do bite back. Food. A couple of ration energy bars. They taste like sugary cardboard, but they can save your life. A mini jar of honey, fast energy, doubles as wound dressing. 3 Yorkshire tea bags in a Ziploc. Moral in a mug right there. And of course, a spork to eat food with. Docs and cash. USB stick with encrypted ID, insurance, pet microchip numbers, and £100 in crisp tenors. Card machines tend to die first. £4 in coins. Vending machines and ancient payphones do still exist. Passport photocopy kept in a dry Ziploc bag. Tools and repair. A multi-tool like a Swiss Army knife. 20 meters of Gorilla tape wrapped around a lighter or an old gift card. 6 safety pins. 1 meter heavy-duty aluminum foil. It can be a pot lid, reflector, signal square. Tiny tube of super glue. It can fix your gear or butterfly cut in a pinch. PPE. FFP3 mask for wildfire smoke, chemical plume, crowded trains. 2 pairs of reusable gloves. They can be for hygiene. They can hold water in a pinch. Creature comforts. Spare merino wool socks. They keep your feet dry and your soul happy. Travel toothbrush and toothpaste tablets. Microfiber towel. Dries fast. Doubles as a scarf. Mini notebook. Stub pencil in your favorite book. Mindset is key. The total haul fits back into the pack with room for snacks. Because good preparation isn't hoarding mountains of stuff. It's created convenience you can carry when seconds count. Real world scenarios. Time for a reality check. The system's already had a few dress rehearsals. Storm Dara, phones across Wales lit up. Norfolk tidal surge, same deal. Sirens, message scramble. Cheshire chemical plant fire, plumes of smoke. Alert push county-wide. So picture this, it's just gone midnight and your phone blares up with the siren. Because you planned ahead, the script writes itself. Flip on the home kit lamp, stick the kettle on, phone stays topped up. Go bag is already by the door. You grab it and go. Within 1 minute, you're out and in the car. The car kit turns a bleak lay-by into a surprisingly cozy bunk for the night. That's not paranoia, that's permission. Permission to wild swim Cornish coves, backpack the Pennine Way, or vanish on a weekend van venture. All while knowing that when life throws a curveball, you're the one that catches it, pockets it, and carries on. Mindset and community. Gear is only half the game. The other half lives in your head and on your street. Monthly blackout drill. Pick one Saturday a month, flip the main switch, phones down, cooker off, Wi-Fi gone. Fire up the spirit stove for a brew, popcorn in a camp bag. The kids will think it's an adventure. The adults will quickly learn which torches actually charged and which are just decorative. Skills beat gadgets. Nail 3 knots, bowline, trucker's hitch, taut line. Learn to read an OS grid reference without Google. Book a first aid kit to update your knowledge. Remember, your brain is the only tool that you can't drop down a ravine. Building a community web. Did you know that in Storm Arron, the villages that coped the best had a WhatsApp group and a close communication with each other? In modern life, we have social media that was meant to make us more social, but people don't even know the name of their neighbors anymore. In a time of massive disconnection, I think it's so important to get to know the people around you. Panic can spread faster than 5G, but so can composure. Try and be the pebble of calm and you'll watch your ripples steady the entire pond. A street full of prepared, level-headed people beast a lone wolf in a tin hat every day of the week. Mythbusters quick fire round. Myth 1, I'll just buy everything on the first day. So will 67 million other people. Enjoy wrestling someone for the last torch in aisle 9. Myth 2, prepping is for weirdos in bunkers. Tell that to Finland. Post a 72-hour checklist to every home. Japan runs earthquake drills in primary schools. Switzerland legally requires enough shelter space for every citizen. We're not just weird, we're just late to the party and a little bit too comfortable. Myth 3, the phone alert tells me everything I need. It gives you a one-line headline. It does not magic nappies, insulin, or AA batteries out of the air. Myth 4, my trusty old phone will pick it up. Only if it's running a current operating system, it might be time to upgrade or update. Myth 5, I live on a hill, nothing can touch me. Great view, but power cuts, supply strikes, wildfires, heat waves, pandemics, and motorway gridlock all climb up hills just fine. Bust the myths, build the kits, sleep easier. Okay, here's a mini challenge. Grab your phone's notes app, list 5 essentials you don't own yet. Pause me if you wish, do it now. You back? Okay, let's carry on. On your payday, buy 2 of the items. Next month, buy 2 more. In 3 wages, you're the calmest house on the street. I'll leave a link in the description to my Amazon kit list. The best thing to do is just start. Okay, it's your turn. Drop a comment below. What's one piece of kit people always forget until it's too late? I'll pin the wildest or cleverest answer in the comments. Set up your own go bag, snap a photo and tag me on Instagram with the hashtag #CharlieSurvival. Favorite setup wins an Equilor product from the website. That is when they're released, and you can get notified when the products get released by heading over there and signing up for the mailing list. If this video helped, tap like, hit subscribe and smack that little bell. Tiny clips, huge boost for the channel. And mark your calendar, next week I'm spending 24 hours in the wild with just the go bag. As always, stay wild and I'll catch you in the next one.